All right, y'all. It's Easy the King. Like and subscribe. Add me on Facebook, social media sites, Zach King. I got a special one for y'all today. Jason Part 7, The New Blood. Another one of my favorites. This had a look at the notes real quick. This had a budget of 3 mil. It made 19 million. So basically, that's part of the course for a Jason flick. But like I said, at this point, like I said about my part 8 review, Taking Manhattan, I don't know what you expect from the 7th and 8th installment of a franchise or a TV series with this many seasons. My point is, after this many movies, it's like how many more kills can we creatively create that the MPA not gonna tear apart? Because this movie, if you've seen a documentary or anything about it, it would have had some of the best kills you ever seen, but the MPA chopped them up. So you get basically, like I said in my last review about Manhattan, you see the idea of what the kill is, but you don't see the gruesomeness of what you would normally see in today's market. And at this point, I call this more like the Jason versus Carrie because it was ideas pitched by Paramount to New Line to get a Freddy versus Jason crossover. New Line was like, hell no, we good. At this point, they doubling Michael Myers and Jason movies. If you making 20, 25 million from a Michael Myers movie or Jason, they making 50 from a Freddy Krueger movie. So they didn't have it in their mind to be giving a damn about a reimagining with these two coming across each other until 20 something years later. My point is, this is why I said Freddy is the GOAT, even over Michael Myers. He came in 2 on my tier list of icon horror icons. I say he the GOAT because at they heyday prime, when they all was coming out with 4, 5s, and 6s, they numbers couldn't compete. Now, Michael Myers would never want to do no damn crossover because Mike is too iconic to even give a fucking acknowledge other people. But Jason did. This movie, to me, it's got another reason why I like it is I'm a fan of Kane Hodder. The movie, I mean, he came in and like this the first movie he played in. He in like 7, 8, 9, and 10. Jason Goes to Hell or whatever, and Jason X. My point is the look of Jason is better. The mask got the he been in the bottom of the lake from part 6 for 10 years. So the mask is cracked. It got the axe where he got axed, I think, in 2 or 3. It's just wear and tear on his body. He got the skeleton. You can see his spinal cord in the back. He looked tattered and brittle. Not brittle, but he looked tattered and fucked up. This is how you're supposed to look after 7 movies and being in the bottom of the lake for 10 years. Compared to Freddy can magically make himself look perfect, where he can't do that. He can teleport and got some supernatural powers, but it should be wear and tear on his outfit at bare minimum. And this movie gives you that with Kane Hodder. Another thing I like about Kane Hodder, he got a fire scene in this movie, 40 seconds. That's the longest ever before the record was broke. He got an underwater scene where they showing him choked up, you know what I'm saying, latched down from what I think Tommy did that in the last movie, the little boy turned grown man. So the water scene ain't no stunt double. He the stunt double. He did the water scene, the fire scene, and the damn house collapsed on him. He put his body through a bunch of shit that most people don't have to. And then we got Lar Park Lincoln. That's Tina. She's like the psychic telekinetic character. That's what it's supposed to be. It was really supposed to have been Carrie versus Jason, but they couldn't get the rights in the different studios coming together, so they just made Tina, which I was okay with. We got Terry Kringer. I mean, that's Dr. Cruz. I'm going to get to him. It's always a secondary antagonist. He fits that bill. And we got Susan Blue as Miss Shepherd. She's the mom to Tina. I mean, this movie is really kind of bloodless. You just got to, like I said, some movies cut off the kill. You got to fix your imagination. And I'm going to give you a small example. I always ramble, but damn it, so what? When you think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one, the OG original, when he put Pam on the meat hook, you ain't got to see the hook going in her back, cracking her rib cage, blood, gore. You can imagine how that feel, and you can imagine just on the look. God damn. So it works not seeing the actual, you know what I'm saying, input of the hook into her body. But when it comes to certain Jason kills, it don't work for me. One thing I can say is got the sleeping bag kill. I mean, I'm not rambling. I'm giving you a review. Because this movie isn't a movie that you can review strictly without talking about the outside interferences, the MPA cutting the kills. Because the movie has no plot, to be honest. It's a lot of kills in this movie, and I'm not even going to name them. To me, Jason suffers from the lack of a final girl legend. You don't have your Nancy or Alice, and you damn sure ain't got no Lori or Jamie, so they suffer from the final girl syndrome where they don't got that at a legendary classic level. To me, even Andy Barkley is more legendary than any Jason final girl protagonist. But I like Tina more than I like Rennie from Part 8, Taking Manhattan. So the movie is basically, it kicks off a small montage of young Tina. She also played the daughter on Leatherface Part 3, where she's Leatherface's daughter. I ain't gonna even get into that. But it's just a small montage of her mother and father. You don't even see them on screen. They yelling, having an argument. The mom saying stop drinking. The dad smack her. That's when Tina runs out, get on a Crystal Lake boat just to relax her mind. The dad come out like, get out of the boat. Come in the house, baby. She's like, I hate you. I wish you would die. And that's when her telekinetic power, mutant power kicks in. And the bridge, I mean, not the bridge, but the ledge that he owned collapses and he drowns and dies. For one, why nobody came and saved him or at least retrieve the body if he did die? That's stupid. Don't make sense as a movie. But sometimes it's too stupid even in movie universe to explain or accept. Like I said, she got a love interest in this movie who's not to be named because it's irrelevant. The whole movie is the doctor trying to make a grand entrance into the book community on making a book about this psychic telekinetic girl, Tina, teenager. So he got her he know the history of Crystal Lake and he know her backstory about how she killed her father in a suspicious situation. So he think bringing her there is going to trigger some of her psychonetic powers, which it does. Once she get a little angry, a little stressed, he at the table with her, she making a matchbox. It's like a book of matches. She making it move. The angrier she get, the matches start on fire. She throwing TVs across the room at the doctor. It's a progression where he start off trying to finesse her and be nice to her and the mom. And as the movie progresses, he get meaner and meaner and more asshole-ish to both of them. And, it's a bunch of characters. I seen a documentary about this movie. This could be considered similar to Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, where they call this the gayest Friday the 13th movie, because not because of the innuendos in the movie, but because a lot of the cast members either was out the closet even back then or futurely came out. And the mom of this is one of those characters, but I don't care. That's just a small little nugget. So as the movie happened and the body count rises, he stabbed a chick in the neck. You know what I'm saying? He got like a weed whacker. He killed a mom with. He sliced the doctor up with. He was cutting people. Just typical Jason stuff. Nothing stands out to me but the sleeping bag kill. And Kane Hodder said it himself. If the MPA didn't cut this like this, it probably wouldn't have turned out to be as legendary. Because he was banging like the body bag kill was like 6 or 7 bangs against the tree it was filled with blood and it was supposed to be way more gory. They cut it down to just one swing and that worked for me and for him and for the movie. So the movie is, you know what I'm saying, that's it basically. This is not going to be a long review because nothing going on. It's not a movie where a plot matter. It's just teenage horny kids there drinking, smoking. They all picking and choosing who they gonna fuck for the night. And that's it. They dip off, go to the bathroom, go to the woods, run. Jason comes, he smash them. Jason on point, Kane Hodder. The final fight to me is what saves this movie, and it's the best final fight of all the movies to me, of the franchise, besides Freddy vs. Jason, which I'm gonna cover probably later on the week, probably Friday or Saturday. Anyways, Tina, after he killed a whole lot of kids, no, so there's about 7 of them he killed. He killed a mom and a doctor. Now it's the final fight with Tina and Jason. So what makes this great to me is because it's not a damsel in distress who gotta win like every Jason movie. She physically fucking him up on some Laurie Strode shit. Like, she tied a chandelier around his neck, throw him through the wall. I mean, throw him through the staircase to the basement. She just got telekinetic power. So she's stabbing him, not touching him. She's psychic power and shit to him, knocking TVs and dressers into him. She's squeezing his mask to make his head puss out. And when his mask always get revealed when the hockey mask get taken off somehow. The way he looked was so perfect to me. Every time he take the mask off, it looked great to me. I ain't gonna lie. Every movie in the franchise, when his mask come off, the hockey mask, he looked great. The makeup is always on point. That I can't admit. So they have a final fight. The little love interest boy didn't die. He also, know what I'm saying, he got smacked over to where he just hit his head and he was knocked out, but it wasn't a kill. So the final fight, they get to the lake. They trying to, know what I'm saying, re-burn him and they trying to burn him up and like put him back down into the tie him back into the lake. They accomplished that with the help of her dead father that been down in the Crystal Lake for 10 years. He appears. I'm tired of these damn jump scares on boats and shit. Motherfuckers chilling and then Mrs. Voorhees pop out or Lil Jason pop out in one. Like, it's getting ridiculous now. We don't need that. Anyways, the dad pops up out the ocean, wraps the chain around his neck, puts him at the bottom. She do her telekinetic power to keep him down. Happy ending, I guess. Every movie always ends with the paramedics and firefighters and the little police putting them in an ambulance back of the car, and then it's ending. It's always a minor little jump scare or something that you know it's going to be another part. This movie, to me, though, compared to prototypical Jason movies, it's a run-of-the-mill. I give it a 6 at best because that's just the best I can do. And that's it. Jason Part 7, The New Blood. This was a failed crossover with him and Carrie. Failed crossover with him and Freddy. But it's a good, nice little popcorn flick. I don't got a problem with it compared to the rest of the franchise. And that's about it. Zeezzy the King. Like and subscribe. Your favorite horror channel. And I'm out.